We face many points of inflection in our careers and our lives, from new jobs and promotions to difficult bosses and layoffs. If we had all the time and resources possible, we could certainly figure it out eventually, but we don't. The challenge is that we're walking into roles where expectations are sky high, timelines are crunched, and there isn't much patience. So you need an accelerator, and that's exactly where coaching can help. Think of coaching as a catalyst for your success. In Coaching Ahas, we share stories of leaders, their courage and vulnerability to lean into coaching, and the breakthroughs that change their lives forever. In this episode, my guest is Jane Park Mohr, a fellow coach and business executive, and an avid advocate of a wellness powered life. Jane, welcome. Excited to dig into Coaching Ahas with you today.
Thank you for having me, Shahana. Appreciate it.
Well, let's jump right in. So, our listeners love real stories, and we all learn so much more from stories of others who are going through the same struggles and overcoming them. And
Mhm.
so, I'd love to know a little bit about maybe a recent client of yours, their growth journey. What battles did they have to overcome, right?
Mhm.
And did coaching really help them?
Yes. So I have a client named Client J. We just recently finished out our sessions. We had 8 sessions together. And when he came to me, the challenge was finding a new position. It had been a few months since he left his previous position. He took a package, and so he took the time to really take care of himself. Um, when we sat down, it was trying to figure out, what did he want? Right? That was the biggest question. What does he want? So just giving him this time and this space to really it's almost like all these thoughts are a ball of yarn in your brain, and you just need the time to untangle, right? So giving him the space and grace to do that. By our third session, he had a challenge of doing an assignment for an upcoming interview, and he just was roadblocked. And his confidence in doing it was he was really frustrated. And I think, sometimes we can be our own worst grader. So really sitting down with them and kind of doing some what we call perceptual coaching, and just like getting them out of their own head, and really asking them, asking him, what else has he done that was challenging, and what he achieved, and having that perspective, and then kind of like hindsight's 2020, it gave him that confidence boost that he needed. He aced the assignment. And by our sixth session, he said he was getting an offer, which was great. And if anything, the presentation had gone so well that he was going to be more client facing, versus just in the background, giving reports. So that was something. Yeah.
And which was not in the original job description. So they actually expanded the role based
Yes,
on what he was able to do. That's a
absolutely.
what a
Yeah.
great story.
Yeah.
This story actually resonates a lot with me because I had a client as well who
Hmm.
was in between jobs. Layoffs are so
Yeah,
hard because
absolutely.
it's a hammer to your self-confidence. And
Absolutely.
getting past that, getting ready to
Hmm.
be, in a position where you're attractive to a new firm is often
Yes.
challenging. And so this is a great story for so many reasons. And this person that I was coaching recently landed
Mhm.
her job, and I'm so thrilled for her.
That's
But that's
excellent.
exactly it, right? I mean, you
Hmm.
definitely need some support when you are sort of in that, I guess, in the depth of your despair, right? And then
Yes. Yeah.
it sort of helps you get to a place where
Yes.
you have your self-confidence back, where you can
Hmm.
really go and make yourself, the most attractive candidate.
Absolutely.
Organization. Such a great story. There were so many insights that he must have got through the sessions with you. But is there one that stands out for you in terms of an aha moment?
I think the realization, and it happened a few times during our different sessions, is I think a lot of times we can be our own worst grader, and
Mm,
we kind of can beat ourselves up. We can be tough with ourselves.
yeah.
And it was realizing and having that perception and kind of looking the camera in and seeing like, I'm actually pretty amazing. Like, wow, I've done a lot of things, and talking it out sometimes gives it life versus just concepts you have in your head. And it really helped to build his confidence. And I asked him, I go, what was one of your biggest takeaways from our sessions? And he's like, this really helped to boost my confidence. So I really was
Yeah.
grateful that, yeah.
What's amazing about the, aha moment is
Mhm.
that often our clients approach us to solve a problem that or challenge they're having.
Yeah,
But often the answer lies within, right?
absolutely.
Because you have limiting beliefs that may be getting in your way, you have your own saboteurs that may be getting in your way.
Mhm.
And coaching can really help you unearth some of why or what is really getting in your way and help you get out of your own way, I suppose.
It's true. It's true. I mean, we have our saboteurs. The self-critical judge always can come out. And so to be, to give yourself a little bit of a break, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You've had such a successful career. I'm curious, what drew you into the world of coaching and why is it important for you?
Um, in 2023, I was able to take a break, thank you to my husband. And I really do appreciate that time. Um, and really decide in what did I enjoy about the work that I did, and what kind of stuff do I feel like, let's sunset these pieces, right?
Yeah.
And what bubbled to the top is I really enjoyed when I was coaching someone or working with teams and coaching teams. And we went to the Center for Executive Coaching, and the type of coaching that I did, there was like some open-ended questions, but it was very directive, of course, right? So we learned a very different way. Um,
Yeah.
so it was, I really did enjoy that piece, and kind of at the top of the year, I was just like, I'm just going to focus on coaching. And that's, and I think there's going to be a piece where I'm still doing some consulting because my experience is my experience, and blind spots are blind spots, but I really do love the coaching.
Yeah. We've been working together for a few months now, and it's been a whole lot of fun. Let me ask you a question I haven't asked you before.
Okay.
So, looking back, right,
Mhm.
knowing what you know now about coaching,
Sure.
and is there a point of inflection in your own life where you feel like you wish you had had coaching but
Oh,
didn't?
definitely. I mean, I could have used coaching in different pieces of my life. Um, there was a time where I had so much pressure on my shoulders, and to have a coach being able to have that dialogue would have taken some pressure off the valve.
Mm.
And I had left an entertainment organization back in 2018, and I wish they offered coaching. They they offered some kind of business services that was like resume building, but that wasn't, sorry, that wasn't that great. I think coaching would have been a better way of spending money to help someone transition. And yeah, I think that would have been key. There's definitely some inflection points that would have been perfect. So yeah.
Yeah. In the last few months, as now you've also gone through the coaching journey yourself,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Could you share a moment or a story of an aha or unlock that you've had from being coached?
What I really appreciated about our experience was we were mixed with a lot of like experienced coaches as well. We were put into a lot of different breakouts, some like new coaches, early coaches, coaches who were coaching as like a piece of their business. Like there's always some kind of coaching going on with the work that I do. But there was someone in my group who was like a 30-year coach, and we're in a breakout room. And so we're supposed to coach each other. And just I naturally asked him a question, like, because he was trying to solve for a real business case problem. And I asked him, I'm like, if you had a friend in the same situation, how would you advise him? And the unlock in his face, like, this is a coach of 30 years. And I
Yeah.
kind of was like, okay, I'm hitting something here. In my culture, in my family background, we're told to be humble. So you kind of, but it was just like, I can do this. Like, this feels good. Right. And And as I'm getting coached and kind of digging in deep, going, oh, that's something I really need to look at, right? And you really work on yourself. And the whole point is to go in. I think makes it very powerful. It creates huge impact for sure.
Wonderful. One quick fire question for you.
Oh,
What's
okay.
your favorite coaching question?
What's my favorite coaching question? My favorite coaching question for people, because I don't think enough people do it for themselves, is what do you do for self-care?
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
And it really ties into your multimodal coaching approach.
yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jane, for being on Coaching Ahas with
Thank you,
and
Shahana.
sharing your stories with our listeners.
Thank you.